Yeah, this happened to a friend of mine. My buddy's an equipment operator. He works swing shift at a factory. So he comes home from a double shift at the factory to find my driveway empty. His old Ford pickup, dented but dependable, was gone. All that remained were oil stains on the cracked concrete and a bright orange violation sticker slapped across his mailbox like a scarlet letter. The note claimed my truck exceeded height restrictions for residential driveways. Height restrictions. He'd lived there 15 years, long before their precious Willows Creek subdivision sprouted up next door like mushrooms after rain. His truck had always sat in the same place where his father's once did. But now, because it was visible from their manicured walking path, the HOA decided it had to go. No warning, no conversation. They just called a tow truck and took it. He stormed down to their clubhouse, where the HOA board was in the middle of one of their wine sessions. Their president, a woman dressed in a tennis outfit, who probably never picked up a racket in her life, smirked as she told him his property was now subject to community standards. Standards, she called them. Apparently some sneaky legal loophole from when they expanded their boundary had roped in his corner lot. They thought he'd quietly pay the $400 towing fee and fall in line. They thought wrong. See, what the HOA didn't know was that he had something their entire lifestyle depended on. 20 years ago, long before their houses were built, a cell company leased part of his back acre to put up a small tower. Easy money for him, minimal maintenance, and he kept the access road clear. But that tower wasn't just some eyesore. It carried the signal that powered every garage door opener, security system, and smart gadget in their so-called perfect community. Their arrogance had just pulled the wrong trigger. The next morning he walked to the tower-esque control box on his land and flipped the main breaker off. By noon, their automated gates froze shut. Residents were locked outside honking at each other, calling security companies that couldn't figure out the problem. By evening, luxury cars sat stranded in driveways because garage doors wouldn't budge. Day 2 brought real panic. Security systems were dead, doorbell cameras dark, and their community Facebook page drowning in complaints. By day 3, the HOA board was on my doorstep dressed in suits and fury, demanding he restore service immediately. He stayed calm. He handed them a laminated notice and invoice for his towing fees, lost wages, harassment damages, and a brand new lease agreement for the cell tower at triple the previous rate. They signed without even reading the fine print. His truck was back, his land was his again, and their precious HOA learned a lesson in power the hard way.